he's going to have a lot more to deal with here. Yeah. Berlin is with him. They just had a Prowler clear out showers.
There it is. Push him back, and now you can overwhelm.
If they want to commit to it. And it seems like that's exactly what they're going to do. What a shot out from Autumn. Staying alive through the decay and through the damage and aggressively checking into another.
I mean, an absolute madman, and he gets punished for it, though. Zelsis not falling for any of those shenanigans.
No, Sting's so down. All members from FPX rotating back towards A. And Sentinels have cut noise.
Launching smoke.
And only one smoke to work with, and they decide to smoke off U-Haul, and that might be detrimental to them.
Yeah, almost getting punished up from heaven. That second smoke causing a little bit of problems. As Berlin still had an angle to play around. Look at the health bars on the members of Sentinels are so weak.
Yeah. But Tens, he picked up that operator. He might be able to work something with this, work some magic. Some of that
30
Tens
seconds
magic.
This smoke is interesting too. It gives them passage out if they decide that they want to flip the map, but hanging on for now. 20 seconds left in the round. A little bit of presence in U-Haul. You've got Zelsis who's starting to creep forward. Fretting on the plant. That's not the right one. Time is running short. That shot will connect, but with 10 seconds left, how much more can you do? Can you buy enough time for the spike to go down? No.
Yeah. Too many angles to look at. FPX, they basically steal that one away. That was insane, though, from Autumn in short. The fact that he even got one kill there. I mean, the poise that you have to have when all that utility is being smothered onto you, and to still just be just in the zone like this. I mean, he's tethered. I mean, it's chaos on the screen. That is not an easy thing to do by any means.
No,
a lot of players crumble in that moment.
Yeah, to ignore all of the noise and
man.
to stay focused. I mean, we can have the same conversation about Ayang, who was able to track Zekin as he went, but back into the next round we go. A pit already invested down B long.
Yeah, and the whole purpose of this is to kind of force SEN to do what you want. They want them to lean towards either that hookah area or go towards that three-man fighting squad at A.
Yeah, and that three-man fighting squad that you were just talking about had taken a lot of space down showers. It seemed like they wanted to try to fight there early on. They don't meet a threat, but you can see what the intention is for FPX early on.
And it's so hard for Sentinels to entry into these sites knowing that you have to go against these operators. Life! Holding down showers on his own. A 2-for-1, you'll take that any day.
He almost got 3.
Zelsis was able to see that smoke come, but oh my gosh, Ayang and Berlin. Little in and out, and it's Tens all alone.
This round, and the last couple of rounds, to be honest, this Tens is, as you mentioned, 1v4 or borderline unwinnable one. The crazy thing about that, too, very quickly, we went into that round, FPX had 5 ults. They just obliterated Sentinels without having to invest just one. They invested Lysors at the beginning, but that was it.
Yeah. The ult economy has been insane for FPX, and when you're Sentinels, when you see a team has 5 ultimates, that's why you saw that slow approach in the previous round where like they're just tapping the spike consistently. They're trying to see and bait out any type of thing. But FPX, they just held on to him. I mean, they're not going to use them unless you force them to.
They might try to go fast here. They've got a lot of presence towards A short. Zekin has bought a Stinger, and he has his ult online.
You've seen Autumn in these moments, though. Oh, he's going to get punished this time.
What? Oh, no! It went right past him! What a shot from Autumn! Again, delivering! Very similar hit to what we saw before. Orbital Strike not finding the kill on a Berlin. Takes a little bit of damage, yes, but repositions. And now Life has gone full reconnaissance.
And he saw every single member, Doug. That's why he's taking all the space on the flank. This is so nice from Life.
The problem is he's the only one playing contain here. And it seems like Sentinels are intent on rotating away.
Yeah, they're anticipating this, like a push-down hookah or something of the sort. But are they anticipating this deep of a push? All the way down B long by the fountain.
I mean, neither side is making any noise.
Oh!
That flash.
But he's
and
out.
It's a TP away. But it's just enough misdirection. Look at the pings on the minimap now.
Yeah.
Like we heard him. He's got to be around. Where is he?
It's so scary. It's a horror game.
Now 35 seconds left on the round. Sentinels seem to have chosen the right site.
30 seconds left.
Most definitely. It's all up to Life here. I don't know if he can anchor this alone. Oh, he might find the timing. Oh, he gets spotted.
Again, the only smoke has been invested. The flash is so pretty.
Whoa.
Life gets another 2.
Spike planted.
And an Omen ultimate committed.
He was alone.
TenZ wasn't ready for that. I don't think they heard that at all.
I mean, Berlin TP'd into that. You're absolutely right. He was so far ahead of everything else. Now Zelsis is left in a 1v3, able to find the first. The peek onto the second will not connect. The defuse comes through as FPX will get another.
Just absolute madmen in the server. Life, he's all alone on site. Has a nice flash lineup for himself. John QT gets caught out in the open. But the second follow-up, how are they getting away with this? The trades, the spacing is just not quite there. It's almost like Sentinels are just lining up for these guys. And look at this. Somebody needs to come out earlier there and help John.
Dude, the rocket. I mean, you can see the frustration on Tekken's face there. The rocket just humming right past Autumn.
That ultimate, it can be so hard to land sometimes. And even when you
Especially
think it lands, and even when you think it lands, it might not even kill fully.
Last round of the half, you see it on the timeline. The rounds have come in bunches for the wave Sentinels. FPX responding with a bit of their own. And the chamber ult used right at the very beginning. Berlin with Goop in face has to take a step back. This is so bold.
Oh, what a punish.
So
Life.
reckless. Life with 3 on the round, and Berlin cleans it up. Again, man. How many does this guy have?
The 3K spray down? I would love to get a replay on that. That was absurd.
Surely we're going to get a look at it again. Life has just been ridiculous these last couple of rounds. Again, an 8-4 half the way of FPX. You can take a look at these highlights and think over them a little bit longer. We'll be right back.
Oh, come on.
Trade in any phone in any condition, guaranteed. And get $800 off the new Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Cover me, cover me, cover me.
It's not defeat that defines you. It's how you bounce back. Reach your impossible. Lenovo Legion.
Back into the action we go. FPX with the 4-round lead. I mean, we can talk about Life and the ridiculous rounds he had, the 3Ks, the 4Ks that he had to close out the half. Autumn had some ridiculous moments as well. Dre, what do you feel like is the issue here for Sentinels?
I feel like Sentinels, they're trying their best to play together in those moments when they're peaking together, but it's either too far apart or too close together, and that's why you're seeing these multi-kills. They're giving time for FPX, who have incredible aim, by the way, to either, adjust and snap to them or just collapse them, So it's such a weird thing because it's not like they're not doing things together.
Right.
They're trying to. It's just sometimes the timing is just not there, and they need to figure it out, and they need to figure it out right now, especially on these retakes on the defensive side. It's going to be crucial.
The spacing seems to have been an issue. I do think you're absolutely correct. We'll see what the defensive side looks like. Again, 5 rounds in a row to close out the half for FPX off of heroics from a couple of individual members that were just having their way with what Sentinels was throwing at them. We will see if that is any different going into this round. As we head into the pistol, you've got 4 classics in light armor on the side of FPX. Meanwhile, full ghosts for Sentinels.
Very interesting buy here.
It's
The
interesting.
death ball approach for sure.
Yeah, take a look at Second's position. He was for the longest. I mean, he's still back in spawn, waiting for any noise, waiting to be as reactive as he can be, as quickly as he can be, because this is very decisive out from FPX.
Oh, what a fade eye!
It was perfect. John's getting online. Second on the swing out, trying to find a little bit more as Ayang has crept back sight. Him and Berlin, those two in tandem, just pushing their way forward, trying to mow over Sentinels, and it's Autumn who cleans things up. Seconds left alone, he's trying to tuck down 22 HP, and someone over the top, he's gotten behind him! Second with the 3K in the round for Sentinels.
Unreal from the kid. I thought when he ran out of CT alone, he would get punished for it. But no, he just cleans it up. Sneaks right behind. Right here is when I thought it was gonna be wraps. But just sneaking by on the reload on top of it. Autumn.
One enemy remaining.
Poor guy's been having such a good game, but just didn't guess right this time around. He went for the jumping classic. Yeah, he knows he got away with murder right there.
Yeah, he did. But honestly, I mean, you mentioned Autumn. He had a 2K there, a 3K on the round, if I'm not mistaken, with a little pixel angle.
It was
over Tuna. It was nice.
It was a very cool strat. I mean, that's why they bought the classics. They isolated, cut the sight in half. The classics were good in all those fights, all that close range.
Just not good enough to get him over the board. So Sentinels win the second half pistol. No investment on the side of FPX.
Yeah, not too crazy of an investment for the side of Sentinels either. You have 2 Spectres, a Stinger. Yeah, you have an Outlaw and a Bulldog, but I mean, going into the next round, you don't really have much to work with, I feel like. Great molly.
Very nice indeed. Autumn just continues to
He's
find
unreal.
success, man. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he keeps getting away with it.
Just chamber things, man.
One enemy remaining.
And
Spike
so,
down,
a
B.
weapon upgraded for Berlin, who's now got the Bulldog in hand and left in a 1v3.
Oh, he's getting ran at.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah.
No room is safe.
Zelsis with the spray and pray Stinger. Intuition was on point. He's had a lot of smoke spam kills so far in this map. A lot on Autumn.
And again.
Oh, what a shot. This kid is so insane.
We're in it. Let's go, boys.
They are in it now with that. I mean, only 2-round difference here.
Yeah.
And
From the Vibes Merchant himself.
And you know how I was talking about how it was a light investment in the previous round? Look at this now. You got 2 Phantoms, one on Zek and one on Zelsis.
And the Bulldog and the Outlaw.
And it's aggression, too.
They've got something to work with here. Sentinels very far up a short.
Oh, yeah. That fade eye. Been really impressed so far from Saucy using some of these lineups that he's had. I mean, that pistol round one, that was really big. This time around, he gets info on market area. And SEN decided to back off, re-clear showers. But Autumn, he waited that out, and it's going to be a little bit of a battle here. Could have been.
Meanwhile, you saw Life grab that ult towards Belong. I think that's going to be a key part of how they try to approach these later rounds on the attack. Have Life go in, create as much havoc as possible, get info. There's so many ways you can play around a Yorul.
Yeah, and his kit in general. He left a clone there, and they're actually going to lean back towards A, I believe, and use that clone as a feint for the hit.
Yeah,
This is some very cool stuff.
There's a lot of presence here. I mean, oftentimes you see a fake and it's 1 or 2 members, but I think they can send it and then they go through TP, they head back towards showers.
Yep, and the problem here is if Autumn doesn't win this 1v1, it gets thwarted.
And that's exactly what happened. So now they, what, do they try to reinvest back towards B?
I think they have to full commit. The spike is all the way up A short. Saucy, he's just going to delay right now.
Things have been thrown into disarray. I thought Life was going to try to get out. If he dies, yeah, that's a spike. That's a problem.
Down A.
He's so smart.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Dre. If that kill goes the way of FPX and Showers, they have so many things at their disposal.
Yeah.
But that goes down, you've lost Showers control, and then the spike is in this awkward, like, well, do I go up A? Do I TP back B? Are you guys going to come to us?
Yep.
What's the play?
And I get it. I know Autumn's feeling himself right now. He wants to take that 1v1.
Yeah,
but
sure.
There's no downside to just waiting, holding an off angle, and waiting for your squad to come up and run in with you and get the trade instantly. So a little bit of a mistake there, maybe just getting a little bit too overconfident in that moment. Because, yeah, as soon as he drops right here alone, I mean, that's a very risky peak to take.
Yeah. On an off angle like that, too, I mean, that's tough to win. It doesn't really matter who you are.
I mean, you just wait for your team. The worst case scenario is you trade, and then you have the site for free. But the setup on the strat was really nice from FPX. The execution just wasn't quite there. Great job from Sentinels to clean that one up. Ooh.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Broken. What's going on right
You
now?
gotta get out of there. Zekin's not able to stay alive, but they're trading out from Tens is nice. Life now down. Ayong has a rifle.
I mean, taking every single timing possible. Look at this.
Yeah.
All the way through. In spot. Oh, Celsius. He read him like a book somehow. That's so rough.
Yeah, very clean shots. Berlin wasn't able to do anything there. You know, we saw this a lot when FPX played against Heretics. They invest into Ayong. It doesn't really matter who it is that has the hot hand or what it is that's going on. If there's a hero rifle, be it the Guardian or the Vandal, whatever it is, it often goes into his hands, and that's the case here. There are 2 members out towards A. Zalsa's the only one close by. If he gets cleaned up, that's an open sight. Stays alive so far. The molly to buy a little bit of time as the 2 reinforcements. Again, the 2 remaining members of Sentinels trying to get over as quickly as they can.
Down A.
1 for 1. There's not a lot of time. He's going to have to win those out on his own, and he cannot. We're tied at 8.
Yeah, Saucy cleaning it up there. Fade ultimate online and available. Nice stuff from Sentinels to weather the storm. That was that quick showers and short A push. Zelsis, he is on point right now with his intuition. The fact that he turns around in time for both those scenarios. I mean, he almost gets caught right there by Autumn.
Yeah.
But Autumn just couldn't settle the shots.
Yeah.
And then the Phantom pre-fire spray. That's the advantage of using the Phantom in scenarios like this. And that's why you see him vibing up there.
Yeah, we talked about it in the Arrival interviews. We talked about it when they walked out on stage. We even saw it when we saw a couple of members of Sentinels backstage before they even walked out onto the stage. For a team that's facing elimination in the biggest tournament of the entire year, they seem really relaxed. They seem very, like, just comfortable and chill.
And they need to be that way, and they need to be confident. And this is the scary time right now for FPX because a confident Sentinels, I mean, that's not a team you want to play against. They can be Titans. We've seen it.
Yeah.
If you get them going, they will destroy you.
Well, I think on the other side, you know, to play devil's advocate here a little bit, you talk about a team that is look confident. I look towards FPX, man. You think they have tried setting the pace from the very first round of the map, too. So it really just feels like it's like just who's going to lean into the confidence a little bit more.
Yeah. And not be too overconfident as well, right?
Yeah, not like go too far.
It's this fine line that you always have to tread. And it's a really good sign for Sentinels fans out there that they're playing in this way because I feel like you watched the last couple of matches, you know, they really haven't had that same spark, that same, you know, motivation. Even in the reactions of the players, it's looked very serious, like you said. Now they look a lot more loose. And, I mean, considering the scope that Sentinels as an organization are under by themselves, right? It's a lot of pressure that amounts onto you. Being lighthearted can be a way to weather that.
Yeah, alleviate a little bit of it. You see Autumn's ult online. Heavy lean towards B. There's no showers presence. There's no A presence at all. Now we're going to see live salt for the first time.
3 members here, though, from Sentinels.
That knife ult's really good. That's going to tag a lot of members. Berlin's already dead.
Yeah, free spam kill.
I mean, Life went out to get info, but his teammates crumbled around him.
Yeah. I mean, no chance, really. Just spam across the board.
I mean, look at where the spike is. It's out. There's no way for them to recover it.
Center looking so good right now.
Yeah, but this also feels like a plan that was poorly executed on the side of FPX.
I mean, sometimes it's just rough. I mean, Jordan Zelsis, he's had so many smoke kills so far. Oh, what a shot. Oh, he almost connected onto that one. The 10s. He'll clean it up along with Zekin, the 1-2 punch. But yeah, Zelsis, I mean, if we have a smoke kill counter on this map, he's had at least, I swear it's like half of his kills.
Yeah, he's gonna
7 kills at least.
I'd love to take a look at that round again. I mean, we'll see.
look at this.
We'll see some of the plays.
Oh, okay, that was just...
Or some of the kills, excuse me. But, you know, so Life goes out with his ult, tries to get a little bit of info on site. As soon as the knife ult comes out, we saw Berlin TP forward.
Yeah, that was...
And he was the one who had the spike and just dies out in the middle of the site. And from that point forward, there was really no way for any sort of Octagon presence to come out onto the site. The spike was in no man's land, and that's where it really felt like the round fell apart.
Yeah, I didn't catch that TP from Berlin. That was so insane. I mean, that was so risky.
And you see where the risk did not pay off in this instance. Autumn, again, a hot hand, but man, is it gone cold.
Jeez. The contact approach from FPX, it hasn't been working. They need to just do an execute
No
at
charges.
some point of this half. Try to get the spike plan.
Double pump fakes, there were triple pump double pump fakes, there were triple pump fakes. I mean, they played everything so beautifully on the attack side. And yes, there was some like heavy exec rounds, but that didn't really feel like their DNA.
Yeah, this contact style has just not been working for them so far. I mean, look, another just
Spike down.
dry walk into the crosshairs that are trained on them from Sentinel.
And Zekin's able to tuck back in and stay alive. Pops back out with his ult, not going to connect onto anything, but this delay is just so difficult to navigate. I mean, they've barely made it out of short at this point. They haven't really gotten U-Haul. They haven't really gotten a ton of space at all.
And if you look at the ultimates, there's still so many online and available for Sentinels. Look at that. Life is done.
He's cooked. He was tethered, fried. He's done.
Another barbecue. Sentinels are definitely at the cookout. And Tens, he didn't even have to use that thrash. He has that available for another retake if he wants or an aggressive play, but they don't really need to do anything. Them just holding off angles has been the key to success. Look at this. 2 different off-angle kills, and then what? It's 5v3. You have full confidence in your squad of the retake. Tether right there. Life can't escape, even if he wanted to.
No, I even think about that off angle that Saucy was holding a couple of rounds ago in showers.
Yeah.
Right, when the intent was to go back and hit back towards A. It really has felt like that's been their success this whole time. I mean, look at the timeline. That's 6 rounds in a row.
It's obnoxious.
It's just been so dominant on this side.
This Sentinels roster, once they get going, it's impossible. It feels so smothering.
Look at the adjustment here out from FPX. I was talking about how they like to put the hero rifle in the hands of Ayang. This time it's in Autumn's.
Oh, proactivity with the thrash, but a great bait.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Ten's had some backup there from John to pick up that thrash again. He'll have it for the next hit. It's just a cycle of utility right now from both sides. All of Hookah just got cleared out. That's why you see them taking space. It's John QT and Saucy. And Tens, he leaned towards A. And I wonder if this is all to crunch if players go Hookah. They'll send that thrash through the TP. As I say that, it's going to be a B long hit, though.
Paranoia goes out, Life goes forward. They have a lot of space here.
Yeah.
The thing is, they haven't dealt with the Hookah presence that you were mentioning a couple of rounds ago.
Yeah, and Sentinels, they're comfortable with this for that reason. There
Thrash.
comes the crunch. Oh, it's
Yeah.
slowed.
There comes the thrash. There comes the crunch that you mentioned. And yeah, with the alarm bot at his feet. Slowed, sure, but it's really just delaying the inevitable.
Oh my gosh, and the jiggle as well from Zelsis. He spotted all 3 members there. It's just easy pick'ems for John QT.
3 on the round for the leader. Saucy's gonna clean up the last. Sentinels will get to 11.
It just looks so easy for Sentinels. They're reading FPX so hard right now. Showing B-long presence, leaning back towards Hookah. Tens, he goes all the way back around A for that thrash to go through the TP. It's beautiful. It's beautiful Valorant we're seeing right now from Sentinels. Night and day from the last time they played.
I mean, it's got to be pretty when you win 7 in a row. But I think the other thing I want to mention very quickly is you talked about how it feels like...
I did something.
I almost just spit out the water I just drank. That was crazy.
You're talking about how it feels like Sentinels are reading FPX well, and they are, but I also think a lot of the individual firepower is starting to come through, like John's, as we saw a moment ago.
Yeah, he did something.
A little pat on his back.
Hey, sometimes you got to hype yourself up, man.
Take the wins where you can get them.
Yeah.
I get it.
This is a new look right now for FPX. It's an attack side operator, and Tens is all alone here. I say that, but I mean, he has supporting cast, but he's the only one in Octagon. That was his backup. Yep, that was his backup.
I wonder here if you're expecting someone else. Yeah, Autumn is. The slow walk into it.
Unbelievably quick.
I wondered if he would be worried about it, if he would even check Octagon, given the smoke, given the fact that Saucy was playing another off angle, but the discipline and the poise out from Autumn.
Yeah. I mean, Autumn has had to play against some of the most ridiculous plays we've seen in Valorant China. So he's got to be ready for stuff like that. People finessing around smokes or even just running through them.
They've got to understand that Hookah hasn't been cleared. Zellsis is here, and Lysor knows. But what can they do about him?
This is tough.
I mean, he's like a trap that's been laid. And it's almost like you know he's there. It's like itching in the back of your mind, but you can't really do anything about it. It's all going to be on timing. Meanwhile, Young falls. Zellsis on the swing, and now the threat has been realized. Lysor falls, 3v3. Op still in the hands of Autumn, but Berlin not around for long. Meanwhile, Life only has 10 HP. John on the tap. The shot's not going to connect. Zellsis still playing up in Hookah. Finally dealt with. Finally dropped! But it's a Moroccan miracle. John gets 4 on the round, and the defuse comes through.
Oh boy, he did something again. 4. How did they bring that one back? Zellsis was in Hookah, stuck. Biding his time.
Oh, that
The retake utility was beautiful. The trades on top of that, phenomenal. And that plant,
One enemy remaining.
what a shame. Rough stuff for FPX. Autumn did so much in that round, but he lines up with his teammate. And John, he executes.
And now Sentinels are 1 round away from having a perfect half to take Bind, to take map 1, to take FPX's map pick.
It's been an obliteration.
Interesting approach there. Do you see Life TPs, sends his TP out towards A, and then ults, and then takes the TP. Look at how far back he is. They just dropped a smoke back there. He could pop out on the other side of it. That was the play. A really cool exec from FPX, but only 1 kill found. Sentinel shutting the door on them again.
It's just so chaotic. It's a flood. Sentinels are feeling it. They can taste it.
Just 1 member left, and it's all on Berlin in a 1v2. The spam's coming through, 25 HP, too many targets to deal with. Sentinels roar their way through a dominant second half to take Bind, 13-8.
Just wow. That's all you have to say about that half from Sentinels.
We'll see if Lotus tells a different story. What a dominant performance to close things out on Bind. We'll see you guys on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere.
finals. They look great on Bind. I'm now joined by their head coach, Kaplan. Now, phenomenal defense. I don't think you can ask for a better one. But in your eyes, what was the key to the success of that defense half?
Yeah, we've been talking a lot lately. We're all bought into coming into these matches with plans to ante and punish the opponents. But we struggle sometimes with the micro, right? Sometimes we play too scared. We're not making little adjustments and switching things up and talking to each other enough. And the boys did an incredible job with that, right? Every freeze time, even if it's the same setup, change a little thing, add a little idea, middle of the round, push a little, all that stuff. They were just much more confident and creative today, and I love to see it.
We love to see